I'm back! And now I'm going to be trying to get back into the content stuff here. Hey man, haven't you gotten that video out yet? No, I'm just having a ton of writer's block, you know? I keep trying to outdo what I did last time, constantly improve and all that, and just can't seem to come up with anything. Look, dude, if every new video you do has to be better than the last one, then you're not gonna produce much. Look, from now on, all you gotta do is just put out what you think is decent and don't worry about it being better than the last thing. It's gonna drive you insane if you continue to think like that. Look, it's okay. You'll find inspiration again. If you keep putting this off, it'll be like beating your head against a wall and you're not gonna get anywhere. So just accept it for what it is and then move on. Never! What? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake, this channel is called Jake of All Trades, and today I am finally getting around to the new music video for From Now On by Band-Maid, and I may end up including a live performance that was posted on Fernando's Hideaway's channel during supposedly the US tour, I'm guessing, and anyway, I am getting around to this a little bit later than I would have liked, but you know, I'm eventually here. You can tell I'm bundled up because there is no heat in my apartment. Yay. So it's like 3 degrees Celsius outside, and about the same temperature inside as well. So fun stuff. Anyway, before I get into today's reaction, I'm gonna give a shout out to everyone who recommended this song. And to be fair, it's not the most amount of votes. However, it's a brand new release, so we gotta get to that. So we have Dave Bull, Gary Holloway, Jeff B5 with 5 votes, KH Snowdog with 5 votes, and Surfing a Song Wave. So that is all for the vote count, and yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so here we go. From Now On, official music video. Here we go. It's got like an action movie type introduction here or something. Action movie trailer. Ooh, that sounds down to oh. Oh. That's huge. Love the down-tuned nature of this. This is rad. Ooh. Melody choice. So this is entirely instrumental then? Nice fills. Ooh, like the pace change up. This almost feels like Giovanni 2.0. Misa featurette. Comes out in a huge, not half-tempo type thing, but feels half-tempo in a way. Konami is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was incredible. That was unexpected without Psyche's vocals, but holy cow, that was awesome. All right, so I'm over here on Fernando's Hideaway's channel and looking at a live version performed in Boston from now on. And it looks like it's an audience cam thing, so I'm not expecting like a, you know, the type of live recording I would get in, normally, but it'd be really cool to see. It's gonna be really cool to see like how they're doing this live, how it sounds, and if they like do anything different, which they tend to do sometimes. So here we go.
More cowbell!
More cowbell. Okay, so it is a track that's without Psyche. I'm so bummed that I couldn't go to these shows. To those of you who got to attend these shows, like, I'm jealous. I wish I could just watch Konami's fingers as like she's performing this. Konami going nuts, Akane going nuts, Misa going nuts. I really like the complement between the drums and the bass in this section here. so good. Alrighty. So I listened to that I think like 4 or 5 times now to try and like get it, because there's, as with any Band-Maid song, there's like a lot there, and so there's not a lot to compare and contrast with when it comes to like the live version, because there's only so much I could get out of it, but it was just fun to see you know, a little glimpse of what it would have been like to be able to see that performed live. But so I don't know where to begin. I love the let's start with the intro. I like the beginning of it sounded like it was like the beginning of some kind of like epic action trailer, and the song was overall quite a bit darker sounding than what I would expect from Band-Maid normally, and that's something I really like. I love kind of like a little bit of a dark type of music, and so it's heavier. I played around on the guitar a little bit, and it sounds like it's in drop C sharp, so a little bit down tuned, and the sound is just huge. Like the backing chords and the strings and piano that just kind of are kind of subtly sort of in the background, but they complement Konami's lead guitar so well throughout the song. It's almost like at some parts Konami's lead guitar is being doubled by some, you know, violins or violas or whatever kind of strings they have going on in the background, and it's so like, I don't know, it's such a satisfying song. Like it's just sounds huge, and like from the main riff at the beginning, like it in a way kind of reminds me a little bit of like One Step Closer by Linkin Park, where like you've got that intro riff and it's and it's like fullness is the intro, and then like it kind of dials back a little bit for the verse, but it's still kind of the same basic riff. Linkin Park does the same thing in that song, and so I like that. I like how they were able to just kind of explode and then kind of dial it back, and like Akane's drum work in this too, between the fills that she had going into like the second verse, as well as the way that she complemented a lot with like the hi-hat, and then like ramped it up with the snare when it was like when her and Misa were the focus kind of in the first part of the bridge. That was like I don't know, that was really fun, and I'm not a drummer or a bassist, so I can't like really dive into like some of the technicalities of it or anything, but it's it just kind of had like a coolness factor, so I really enjoyed that as well. And then even at like how Akane was like progressively kind of picking up the not the tempo, but like it was kind of like the normal pace of the song, then all of a sudden kind of she added some a little more snare, and then before I know it almost sounded like she was getting to a bit of a blast beat at one point. So like her drum work was just fantastic. Misa's bass, just I love that little section like right before that kind of crazy section of the bridge, where in that part of the bridge it just felt like it was gonna explore. Like I would have popped if they like threw in a breakdown there, because it felt like it was gonna lead to that, where it's just like it's heavy and you've got like these Akane's drumming kind of seeming to build towards something, and it ultimately builds towards the final chorus, but it just almost felt like it was gonna build to like a metal breakdown or something. So I listened to it a few times just to try and get a sense of the song structure, because like at first it seemed like, okay, yeah, this seems, you got your intro, your verse, your chorus, then it goes back to the intro riff, then back to the verse, and then like in the second part of the verse, I like how they changed it up with Akane kind of picking up the pace, or at least double timing it, and like I love Konami's variations between like on the lead guitar between the first verse and second verse as well, and even. But then it's kind of seemed to where I kind of got a little bit lost in terms of like trying to identify a structure, or like what what the section was in particular, is that what I thought would be the second chorus was like very different than what I was expecting. Like the final chorus was a lot like the first chorus, but then like what I thought would have been the second chorus was like something completely different, with like some like resemblance, like the chords of the chorus, but it wasn't played like the chorus. You had like each one of them doing something, like Akane's drumming, like picking up the pace, Konami doing like some crazy, like I don't even know where to start with all that, some crazy stuff, like Misa doing runs on the bass, and like I thought it was like a pre-chorus then going into a chorus, but like that chorus never really happened, and then all of a sudden then it kind of got to that bridge section, and which was a lot of fun, like I said, and then finally into the final chorus and like an outro. When artists sometimes like kind of do like that cookie cutter approach, sometimes it's easy to zone out. Like then the song is like, okay, I've heard this, but like here it's like we're gonna do something entirely different and throw off what you're doing, and you're like, what's happening right now? So I really enjoyed that. That was fun, and I was making comparisons to like XiaoMi from the perspective of probably the most memorable of the instrumentals I've heard so far. And this one really kind of like has a lot of, even though it's a bit of a different vibe, it's still just as memorable as XiaoMi was. So I really like how they approached this. And it threw me off that there was no Psyche vocals at all, so or vocals whatsoever. I definitely got, this one's definitely high up on my list of Band-Maid songs. So glad I got an opportunity to listen to this one, even though a little later than I expected to. But that is all I have for this video. If you haven't already liked the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. If you have any suggestions for the next Band-Maid reaction or compare and contrast you'd like to see me do, drop it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out when I end up doing it. Highest vote total wins, unless of course Band-Maid drops another new video next week. Should go back to the regular voting system here. Also, if you have any suggestions for any other bands, drop those in the comments below, and again, I'll give you a shout out. Or if you have any guitar cover or vocal cover requests, I will do those as well and give you a shout out. Also, thank you to BM for Life and Jonas S for supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But that is all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you, and rock on.